Yo, 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 yo. Not so anonymous, man. Today's a special day, y'all. Well, not today. 2 days ago was a special day, but this is a special entry into my journal on my lock journey. I've been officially dedicated, as some would say, for 1 year. As of August 11th, 2021 was the day I began. Today is August 13th, 2022. It's 1 year and 2 days, 367 days. And man, it's been a journey, y'all. And with that patience, I'm actually starting to lock. It took me about 10 months to get my locks. So I'm start locking. Now, as you can see, I always talk about freeforming, and I mentioned curly hair. I'm about a 4A. Some people say 3C, but I really think it's a 4A, more than a 4A. A little more nappier than the 3Cs. I'm not into 3s, I don't think. And, with that being said, I had to be patient. I didn't get my first locks till about like 10 months when I was in Hawaii, and that's about 2 entries ago. And at that time, I only had like 3 or 4 that entry. And then a couple weeks after that, I did another entry, my last entry. I had probably about like 6 to 8 locks at that time. I was guessing more there, and I'm still guessing right now because I'm not counting, because I don't want to touch them like 1, 2, like I'm not. I try to minimize as much how many times I touch my hair a day and stuff like that, So, it's been a great journey. This 1 year journey has been great. It requires a lot of patience. I know you guys hear this a lot, and it sounds cliche, because I know if you're watching me, you're probably trying to figure out, how do I get my hair locked, or looking for advice on what I should do and what you should do. I should say not me, but what you should do. And one of the biggest things I'm going to tell you, and like I said, it sounds cliche, is being patient. Being patient and trusting the process. It took me 10 months, man. If you're not patient, go ahead the interlocking route, and that's okay. I chose the freeforming route, which means it's completely without manipulation. I'll get into this whole freeforming thing, but I'm trying not to get on a tangent on the whole freeforming thing from my perspective. I'll probably talk to you a little bit about my routine coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow's my wash day, Sunday, what I'm preparing to do. Maybe that could give you guys some advice as far as what to do. Some of the other things that I'll get to it. We're just going to, freestyle this as I always do. But this is my hair 1 year. Let me show you guys around, This isn't cribs or anything like that, but let me show you around my hair. Locks. All right. Hopefully I'm getting it where you guys can see everything, So, that being said, have a few locks coming in on the sides, but not really up top. The top is taking a while to lock in, but on the sides and the back, they're really coming in. You see this? I'm more trying to lift them. I have this one right here. I'm going to sort of lift it. And as you can see, it's more of this little like bud. It's really just hair. See if I could get you zoomed in on. I don't like to pull, so I'm trying to get it on my thumb. But it's like this little bud of hair. Probably a wash or two, it's going to fall off. And so forth like that. It's like some little kernel of hair. And it's going to fall off. And you can see on this one, I have some loose hair. That's going to stay because it's just loose hair. It might ball up like that, but it's not going to fall off because I have more. It's more length, and as you can see, it's thicker. Where it's a little wispy at that little tip, it's a little thicker. And then I have this one little bud that I love. Let me find it. I got to feel around. Hold on. Let me feel my hair. Right here. Let me use my thumb to lift it up. And if you can see, there's a little curl underneath it that moves because there's a little strand of hair probably hanging in. Those might combine or what. In my freeforming journey, I'm just going to let them Congo. I don't plan on separating, but if you do separate, that's okay. I still consider that freeforming if you separate, your Congos later on. I prefer to leave mine Congo, but maybe later on down the road, I forget what it's called. Starts with a P, but if it looks like a dang little raccoon tail going down my whole hair, one big chunk or one big one on the top of my head is like super thick, that might be too heavy and too much to maintenance, and might not be my ideal. I could split that into 3, 4, 2, however I want to do it, but I still feel like I'm freeforming. So that's my freeform conversation. If you're wondering what freeforming is, it's just basically you not manipulating your hair. But that is a manipulation, but I think like that's sort of a maintenance thing. Like I gotta, take care of that. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. What makes it not a freeform is probably a better question. If you're sponging and then you let your hair go. If you've sponged your hair, then let it go. If you took your fingers and you twisted around your hair, just kept doing that, or you twirl your hair with your fingers, that's not freeforming. If you crocheted your hair, it's not freeforming. If it's interlocked, it's not freeforming. If you went to a person who separated your hair in parts or did anything to start your hair, that is not freeforming. Now, you could do that and start your hair and then totally let it go and let your hair do just to like get it started. And if you go that route, I would like to say that's more of a semi-freeform, because it means you're freeforming from henceforth, but it's semi-freeform. It's not a true freeform, because of the way you started the journey more than anything. But I'm going to tell you this. This is my opinion, not yours. Nobody has to have it. Don't go. My word is not the gospel or anything like that. And I also respect people, like I said, if they separate their hair. I mean, it's just hair, bro, at the end of the day. Freeforming is freeforming. Yeah, but I just rather everybody embrace whatever route you choose. You know what I mean? It's cool. I like them all. So, 1 year anniversary. Took me 10 months to get here to start seeing some of this, you guys. All I could do is give you my experience, strength, and hope. And the hope is that you guys, if you have curly hair, your hair will start locking. It will. Just be patient. Tomorrow's my wash day, y'all. Normally on my wash days, after I've got finished washing my hair, I finished scrubbing the hair, getting the roots, breaking up the buildups, dead skin cells, sebum, oils, dirt, anything that might have settled in there, dust, dog hair from my own dogs possibly. Might have hugged somebody who has cat hair on their jacket, on their sleeves or whatever. Who knows? You know what I mean? Whatever's in my hair. I like to break up, agitate my hair a little bit, not scrub, just, when it's wet. I like to do that. I even do that throughout the week. Whenever my hair gets a little bit, I just like to massage my scalp. But anyhow, tomorrow's wash day. And normally I rinse after I'm done doing my wash routine. I rinse my hair. I'll do an ACV rinse. And then after the ACV rinse, I'll do rosemary water that I created. And this rosemary water I've been doing for this past year. And I just found out because I like to use Free to Roots product. And in the Free to Roots product, one of them, I have like 4 different, not fragrances, not flavors, but I have 4 different options. I have the lemon one, I have the rosemary one, I have the cinnamon one, and I have like herbal, like garden, something like that, or healthy, something like that, right? And I like to switch up between those bars every time I wash my hair on Sunday. I never do the same thing. It's like working out. You can't do the same routine because you won't see the gains and growth that you want to see. You won't even see if you're trying to get definition in your tone on your body. You won't see that if you're not switching up your workout routine. So it's the same thing for your hair. So I switch up those soaps and stuff like that. But in one of the soaps, the cinnamon one has coffee in it. And so I started studying it, and a lot of people use like cold brew coffee, things like that, for hair growth, to stimulate hair growth. And what the idea is that the caffeine stimulates your hair. You know how you get the buzz? Well, it does it to your skin. What you ingest also what comes inside comes to the surface, you know, our skin, our hair, things like that. That's why it's very important for you, if you're on a lock journey, to eat properly, things like that. But anyhow, put in that coffee. That's one of those ingredients. So I looked at it and I think it's a good idea. So what I'm going to do is start, as I said, I have those 4 different types of Fruity Roots soap bars. I'm gonna add something to the rinse now. So I do the ACV rinse. I'm gonna continue to do that weekly, but now I'm gonna start doing the rose rinse 1 week and the following cold brew rinse. The rose rinse, usually I leave in my hair for about 5 minutes. This cold brew, after I studied it, if you look at my other videos, I talk about studying some of the things that you want to try to do. Even if you want to go the interlocking route, freeform route, or crochet route or things, do your studying, you guys. There's no right or wrong way to do any of this stuff. But the coffee one came up, and I'm going to make that, do it every other week, alternating weeks. Rosemary water one week, and coffee the following week. Not rose water. Some you could do rose petals too. Like people like to steam them, distill them, and do all that stuff. But I'm talking about rosemary. That's good for your hair growth and stuff. And so is this coffee. So I'm gonna start trying that and do my workout routine. Get good tone, get good hair, good body. You know, all that stuff. You know, keep my hair healthy and thinking instead of staying the same. So. Anyhow, my normal wash routine, if you want to check that out, go to some of my previous visits. But apparently this coffee, you want to leave in your hair for 20 minutes versus the 5 minutes with the rosemary water. And yeah, I'm going to try that. And I usually do those rinse, either rose water or the coffee now will come after my ACV rinse, you know what I mean? To like recondition my hair, to restore my hair a little bit, you know what I mean? Because ACV is still ACV, apple cider vinegar. It's more of has some acidity to it. So to restore some of that. So it's a beautiful thing, man. And I use the Fruity Roots ACV wash, which is real light, not a lot of ACV in it. My hair doesn't smell like apple cider vinegar or anything like that. So it's highly recommended. A little expensive. It's like 20-something bucks a bottle. A little expensive, though. You know, I'm not going to lie. So, you know, if anybody can figure out how to make it on their own, do that, man. Because I make my own mist. Aloe vera gel mist. You could go back in previous videos and watch that. And I throw my rosemary oil in there. I throw my lavender oil in there, peppermint, tea tree oil in there. And throughout the week, I'll hydrate my hair. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things you could do. And I learned that all within a year. Thank God I have an older brother who's had dreads for 34 years of my life, you know what I mean? So I get some knowledge and wisdom from him. That's one of the good things, you know what I mean? I talk to him, and I'm not lazy. I don't write people, and I don't go online. So what do you think I should do? I don't do that, you know what I mean? I go figure it out, and I just try things. I don't ask people, well, does it look good? Should I cut it? One hair's flat. Like, look at this. This side is longer than this side. I seen some guy the other day. Should I just cut my hair off and start all the way over? No, people, just let your hair do what it do. Sooner or later, this hair side of my hair is probably going to grow faster than this side. Your hair just alternates, man. You know, then I was talking about those like different flavors, different workout routines. Well, your hair is doing a different workout on you sometimes. You know what I mean? Keeping you guessing, you know? Just trust the process. It'll start to work out. So, anyhow, man, I'm real proud of the results. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can see this. This is my little alfalfa one. All right, you guys. When I was showing you my little alfalfa, I accidentally hit the button and it closed on there. So, let's try to do this again. All right. So, this is my little alfalfa one right here. This is the first one lock that I ever got. And that came about month 10 in. And as you can see, I have all these other ones. You know, some are a little bit thinner, things like that. I'm not pulling them, but I am lifting it up. Things like that. I have multiples of them now. There's all over throughout my hair now. Starting to come out. Like I said, on the top, it's not really coming in yet, but it will. You know, it's just being patient, you guys, at the end of the day. So this is my 1 year journey, man. Yeah, I really appreciate this. Just trust the process. Like I said, sometimes things sound cliche, but we do have to trust the process. If you're going to go the freeform route, you got curly hair or not or whatever, just trust the process. This is what we do. You know, let my hair do what it wants to do. You know what I mean? You know, me allowing some things to happen on my watch, like allowing to not have control. That's weird. Allowing to not have control. How's that work? I don't know. But it's working. Just being patient and just letting things be, I guess, is how that works. You know. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can see my hair, man. Pretty darn awesome, I must say. Yeah, that's 1 year of growth. I don't have super long dreads or nothing, but I'm very happy. Oh, man, look at that. That's the most you'll see me, like, touch my hair doing something like that. A little one over, things like that. Another thing I do to my hair, I will shake it out to get some of that extra water out. But that's about all I ever do, man. I'm not doing anything. I'm not twisting. I'm not twisting, twirling, none of that stuff. Just let my hair be, man. On the back of my head, I have this, like, patch of hair, and it feels like it's going to congo together. I'm going to let it do it, though. You know what I mean? And I'd rather let it, let me see if I can, I don't know if you guys can see this, but right about here, I have my 2 fingers. That's what I'm using, 2 fingers. What's in between those fingers is like a patch of hair, and it has this little tip right here. I got the feeling it's going to be pretty big or a congo. But I'm letting it do. Let me put my finger back there again. Hopefully that helps you guys see it. But I'm going to let it do what it do, man. And, but it started doing that. My hair's also flattening out a little bit because I sleep on it. You know what I mean? So that's okay. I know everybody wants perfectly cylindrical looking ones. I'm cool, man. Whatever comes is what comes. If they're flat, that's flat. I sort of like the flat, to be honest with you. But we're all okay. But see, like this one's going to be like perfectly cylindrical. You know, this one is sort of cylindrical but flat. I don't know how it is, but if you've seen it in real life, you know, it's a little bit different. Then I have all these smaller ones. And, you know, every time, like I said, tomorrow's my wash day. When I'm done washing my hair, it's not going to look like this tomorrow. Some of these curls are going to come apart and join with other curls. Or it'll clump together and bring all the curls into one. You know, it's just crazy. Your hair does what it does, and you just allow it to do it. And it's pretty awesome, man. Pretty fun. You know, it's like some Jelly Bellies, man. You got a whole bunch of options up there and flavors. And then if you start combining them, oh my gosh. Lots of flavor. Brand new flavor in your ear. Brand new flavor in your hair. So, yeah, that's what it's like on wash days. I get brand new flavor. So, anyhow, man, thank you guys for joining in, man. I'm not so anonymous. I really appreciate you guys. 2 Stokes, and I'm out.